So, if you haven't seen my previous video, the country absolutely hates me right now.
The food is gross. The UK is literally the fattest country in Europe. Everything's expensive.
And believe me, your frustrations have been made perfectly clear. I completely get how you feel. He's a massive whiner and a complainer who's grateful for nothing in his life. Well, in this video, let's make something more positive. Okay, the first country I'd like to visit is India. Sorry to be cliche, but who in the world does not want to visit India? Gotta be the only country in the world where literally everything is happening at once. Well, in fact, that's literally what somebody told me. Love the colourful saris. I live in an area of the UK where there is a huge Indian population, and the food is exquisite. I don't think if you're Indian and watching this, what we have here is quote unquote the real thing, but it's pretty good anyway, and I would like to know what the real thing is, right? Got to visit India. The US. I mean, I've already been to the US, but only to New York and Connecticut. It's literally a world of its own, and as much of us across the pond are afraid to admit, we do actually like American culture. I mean, here's me recording this on an American iPhone, uploading to an American video sharing platform. I need to see another NBA game. New York Knicks are about as good as West Ham on a good day, but the experience was nuts. The Americans love me so much that even Ben Stiller came with the sole purpose of visiting me at that NBA game. Japan, yeah, another cliche one. I'm not a weeaboo, I'm not into J-pop, but I absolutely love sushi beyond words. I mean, check this out, bro. Probably one of the most unique and exciting cultures on the planet right now, and it's probably best to experience it now before Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse destroys it.
You're human, and I was human.
Speaking of metaverse, I'm a massive fan of technology, and the Japanese have literally invented everything we know in technology today. Tokyo looks like a tech punk universe, and that's literally only based on Simon Wilson's vlogs. China. Okay, Japan is doing good in technology, but China is absolutely killing it. In Chinese cities, they look like cities from the 21st century, and they're absolutely massive. I mean, the landscapes over there are so diverse, and they've done a really good job of preserving their culture while modernizing it at the same time. 我喜欢中国文化. And you'd be quite surprised how easy the language actually is. I mean, I've tried to learn it in the past. I probably need to get back on that. But all the words, they're all base form, so it's like I go shop, there's no ed, there's no ing, which is even easier than the European languages. Obviously, yes, you have the tones, and you have to learn the alphabet as well, but I do think Mandarin Chinese is easier to learn than Japanese, and there's also a big opportunity. I mean, we have 1.4 billion speakers in China, and I think only 10% of the country speaks English. There's a massive opportunity if you can speak the language, a massive opportunity financially to make money, basically. More of Eastern Europe. So I've already been to Eastern Europe. I've been to Slovakia, Poland, Romania, and Latvia. That's if you class Latvia as Eastern Europe.
No, Latvia is a Baltic country in the north of Europe.
Okay, it's northeastern, sort of Eastern Europe, you know what I mean? But back in the day, countries like Spain and Portugal, they were the go-to holiday destinations in Europe. But I think nowadays, lesser-known gems like Croatia, Montenegro, they're coming up in the world. Poland is one of the best countries I've ever been to. I've been to Zakopane and I've been to Warsaw. Zakopane vlog, you can watch that. I made that in February. Oh, yeah. Warsaw, I went before I started YouTube. But as I was saying, countries like Spain and Portugal, they're expensive. They're expensive to go to now. You will break your bank account going to these countries. If you want to go there regularly, you're going to break your bank account. But countries like Poland and the rest of Eastern Europe, they're so cheap, but you can still have such a good time. And that's why I think these countries are sort of hidden gems. And I think it's best to get in there before they start increasing in popularity and become expensive as well. So yeah, guys, that was all the countries I would like to visit. Obviously, there are more. There are the South American countries, African countries, Oceania, but I didn't mention. Sorry for not mentioning them. All of these places mentioned literally depend on what my bank account is saying at the time. Hopefully it's not no comment. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to finish these Swedish cinnamon treats. There's nothing really more to say. No comment. Au revoir.